So the NFL trade deadline is upon us. Some people have already been moved. Some people have yet to be moved yet. Big name. We just talked about the Panthers. Just recently they dealt CMC, aka Darius Sanders. My boy's gone. Went to the West Coast. Going back,
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 back
back,
to
back.
Cali, Cali. Hey, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going. And he really is, though, because he was out there, you know what I'm talking about? No, I think it's a good move for both teams, man. I see what the Panthers trying to do, and that run scheme with an elusive back like that could get scary. And of course, he's going to get – I think Christian McCaffrey is going to enjoy this because it's not all going to be on him. Flex bomb for Christian McCaffrey getting some of that. Let's be honest, guys. The Panthers weren't doing shit for him, and he wasn't doing shit for the Panthers. I mean, he was cold, but he wasn't moving the needle. So this is a good move for both parties, bro.
Yeah. And they got San Francisco had the capital to do it. I mean, they got extra picks. They 2 picks from Mike McDaniel going to the Dolphins. So I think that's the best place for him schematically. I think he's gonna be great, barring he stays healthy. Garoppolo's still your quarterback, and the NFC is wide open. So I understand the push it all to the table and go get CMC. Like, I think it's a good move, man. I hope he does well out there. I really do.
I mean, you're Sterling, you're 100% correct, but I think you'll agree on me with this. Even though Jimmy's your quarterback, you're just sitting there like, at one of these times he's gonna hit that throw because they always lose. They always lose off of like 1 or 2 throws he doesn't make, and the play's wide open. So if you're sitting back as the coach and Trey Lance is hurt, you're just like, at some point he gonna hit this throw, and when he hit this throw, we gonna win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So, and with CMC, you have the potential. There's other guys that have Mitchell, Wilson. They're good, but CMC has the potential to take those guys 15, 20-yard runs and turn them into touchdowns, which means you don't have to depend on Jimmy G.
Yeah, and we're talking about a San Francisco team that's injured right now. So, as they get all their guys back and healthy, kind of get in the groove of things, I think hopefully we should see them start to peak at the right time. It's still early mid-season, right? So there's still time to kind of get your shit together, if you will. But good move. Hell, I mean, I would have been mad if the Bills did it, but
I think it's a good move on both sides.
Yeah.
I think that the Panthers getting where they get a pick this year. I think it's like a 3rd round pick this year, a 2nd round pick this year. Like it's a good move, and I think. And with I'm looking at it from the Panthers side. Like, you kept Burns. I don't know if they're gonna. We still got a couple days. I don't know if they're gonna keep Burns, but like I see with them accumulating draft picks, and they're accumulating draft picks, and they're gonna go out there and try to make something happen for the future. So, yeah, I'm both teams. I think made a good move.
And like basically just to piggyback off what Matt Sherrod
good shit, Matt. Yes,
just said was
hold up. Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Cut my nigga, Matt. You hold me. If you know, you know. Cut my nigga, bruh. Yeah, nigga. I'll never forget. Back to the regular schedule programming.
All right, so yeah, it does give the offense a different looks. You got a running back that can play the slot. You got a receiver that can play the running back. You got a fullback that can pop out at tight end. So you have a very versatile offense with a guy that likes to have very versatile.
You know who this is gonna really help?
Trey Lance.
It's really gonna help, huh?
Trey Lance.
Well, he's not gonna. No, what's gonna help him is a couple of Vikes in a night out. But by out I mean, nigga. But no, I think that it's gonna really help Kittle get open more so in the seams and on basically the seams and getting deep down the field. Like, I really think when you have a guy like CMC, it really is going to make the defense. And Kittle's the one guy on their team that can get open as soon as the snap. You know what I'm trying to say, Sterling.
It's gonna
football him, Sterling.
Yeah, it's gonna free up Deebo Samuel. When you look at some of the jet motion stuff or window dressing in the backfield, you could put CMC in the slot out wide. I mean, it's gonna open up a lot of. I mean, just think.
I didn't think about that. They could put Wilson. They could put Wilson in the backfield and put CMC at the slot with Debo at the slot.
Right,
and
right.
Matchup
You could
nightmare.
put Debo and Christian McCaffrey in the backfield.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I mean, there's
sexy.
there's so many. You know,
what is it? Hey, I'm gonna call that. Hey, we gonna call that formation Ebony and Ivory. They need to go ahead and make that happen, my nigga. They need to make that happen. That's gonna be nasty.
You, and let's not forget Brandon Ayuk. You know, he's developing well. So they got weaponry, right? They can go toe to toe. I mean, if they had a better quarterback, they could be the front runner for the Super Bowl. But at the end of the day, hold on. At the end of the day, it's Jimmy Garoppolo, and Jimmy Garoppolo has to be able to make this really like crucial throws at crucial times, and he just doesn't do it. So, but the cool thing, this offense is predicated on getting the ball out quick and getting it to playmakers' hands. But at some point, it has to be very matchup focused, matchup oriented from a defensive stylistic point of view. I don't know if he's going to be afforded those favorable matchups all the time.
And here's what I think this trade does, because all you said is true. And when you got to the point of saying it becomes a matchup, I always feel comfortable throwing it up to George Kittle. I don't care who's on him, unless it's Derwin fucking James, maybe, because he seems to be the one safety that can cover these super tight ends. But other than Derwin James, if you have all that, what you just said, and it becomes a matchup, I'm looking at Jimmy G and saying, just get it in the vicinity of this monster. You know what I'm saying? Get it. But and you're right, he hasn't, but we keep giving him things. This team is really good. Like, if you look at, they keep giving him weapons. And yes, I know he missed Emmanuel Sanders, and that's hard to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's very hard to do. But he missed Brandon Ayuk last year, and he missed another play. He's missed. But I think the way this is built, though, it's dangerous, bro.
It's dangerous. That's a great way to put it, but that's about it. I think if you have good coverage linebackers and you play a press man, I don't know if they're going to have many answers for that. That linebackers that can cover and a defensive line that can get after Garoppolo, make him get rid of the ball.
So you're talking about us? Go ahead.
The Cowboys.
Yes, you feel it. You feel it in your bones. You see how you just like this, America? I heard a little bit, but for me, because he was talking about us, because we got that. We're gonna get in that. We can get in that a little bit though.
Because the only thing that limits that offense is Jimmy Garoppolo, but we can talk about that, in depth later. But true. I'll do some film, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about with Jimmy Garoppolo.
All right. So also before we move on, the trade deadline, James Robinson got dealt. To the Jets to replace Breece Hall.
That's just a good trade. That's just a good trade.
You got Breece Hall hurt. Everybody won. I think.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room, though? I mean,
the one today that the Eagles did.
Oh yeah, because I was gonna say, the Cowboys got a defensive tackle. Yeah, whatever. Let's talk about this. Yeah. The Eagles just said, "Hold my beer" to the whole league.
So
man.
Robert Quinn, y'all, is playing on the same defensive line as Cox. And Graham, and they have Slay behind them. They have Hassan Reddick, who's playing out of his fucking mind. I've always liked Hassan Reddick's game, though. He's playing out of his mind. I like linebackers that just do their job. So he's playing out of his mind. So like the Eagles, this game in Dallas is gonna mean something.
Yeah.
They charged up.
Robert Quinn is, because he plays for the Bears and they're terrible. He doesn't get a lot of credit, but he's a top pass rusher in this league still right now.
He's a Cowboy,
Yeah. And he's always been great, and I think I hate saying this because it's the Eagles, man, but that's a great move for them. That was a move that said we're going for it, and if you're in the NFC East, you got to be afraid of that, because now
we have no fear.
What that's going to do. Well, you say that, but what it does,
we're cautious. We're cautious. No fear, though. Cautious.
It makes Hassan Reddick that more deadly, right off that edge with that speed. So now you have to worry about Robert Quinn and what he's able to do from a pass rush standpoint. But Fletcher Cox and you got a young
Fletcher Cox is an animal,
and Jordan Davis and these guys up front. So they knew that they needed pass rush up, even though Hassan Reddick is playing a lot better this year. They knew they needed a closer, and they went and got a closer. So
they did.
It's a great move for both, and the Bears are paying. They're paying a lot of the cap space up front, so they can get it off their books. So the Bears are they understand where they are in terms of this roster rebuild.
Shout out
They've
to
been
Roquan
rebuilding
Smith,
this
man.
roster for years, right? But Roquan was crying, bro. Like,
bro,
he's like, nigga,
hey, no, free that man. Free that man. Like, I would love to see Roquan Smith next to Micah.
Yeah.
But Cowboys, trade them all the draft picks y'all have for Roquan Smith and put them next to Micah.
That'd be nice.